So can I say that I think this is the range of outcomes for the Bears?
Okay.
7 wins to 10 wins, maybe 6.
Okay.
I felt like I was going to be, so as I was looking at last year, this year, I was digging into the Caleb Williams stuff. It was like, well, damn it, this team's like, there's not a good chance this team's bad. Then I was just shocked at the schedule. I thought we were going to be walking into some sort of powder puff situation based on the way that I hear other people talk about it. And I see a number of spots that could trip up a team with a new offensive coordinator and a rookie quarterback. So I guess I'm on the under.
Okay. Yeah, because you were 7 and 10, so I'm putting you on the under.
No, but like this is a strong. Like I feel like this is maybe the best way to play it.
Is play what?
Under versus miss playoffs.
Okay.
Just like they're relatively similarly priced.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I actually kind of like miss playoffs better than the under 8.5 wins, just because of how competitive their division is and how how much I think situationally I'd rather go miss playoffs than the under 8.5 wins, but it is pretty close. J Mark, so I got you over 8.5 wins. What are some other Bears future bets you find intriguing?
Yeah. So, and I saw some people talking about this in the chat, but you can bet a team against like how the series will go against their rivals or whatever. And Bears Packers series tied 1-1. Each win a game is plus 110 on DraftKings. Ooh. I just think this team is so tired of losing the Packers. And sometimes that seems like the problem. They put so much pressure on, we always lose to these guys. We got to win. But I do think it's a new era in Chicago. I think it's going to start. I mean, you hear the talking heads like this team could win the Super Bowl this year. I don't think that is even close to being true. I do think it'll be better though. It'll be a better year. At the very least, it's different. So I think we split 1-1 and that's plus 110. I like that a lot.
Now J Mark though, as a Bears fan, what do you do if the Bears win the first game? Do you just say you rip up that ticket? You never want it again?
No.
Would you actually be rooting?
No, he said no.
How much money would you need? So let's. This is a great hypothetical, J Mark. You win the first one. At what amount of money are you actually rooting for Green Bay? Do you have a number in your mind where you're like, all right, if it got up to like $2,000, maybe I'll root for the Packers. Is there a number you could be bought for? Because everyone's got a price.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Money's tight right now, so I'll just take $1,000. I'm not greedy.
Okay, all right. So maybe you hedge out. All right, I like where your head's at. What are some other bets you like here, J Mark?
This one, I think the price feels off. It seems like a no-brainer to me, but the exact order for the division: Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. It's 6-1. If you think the Bears could slip into the second and have it be Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings, that's 6.5-1. But I like the exact order: Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. I think that's exactly how it'll go. And plus 600 seems like good money for that.
I mean, I don't mind that. That is, I think, the order that I'm going to possibly have them in.
Yeah, I think to me
it's that Bears Packers situation because Jordan. We haven't done the Packers preview yet.
Packers
we do that later.
Is
tonight.
Up next, so stay tuned if you're subscribed live on YouTube. It's interesting. To the division order, I do think it's going to be competitive. I guess I would worry. I mean, I'm with you on the Vikings being last place. To me, that's what I kind of feel the most strongly about. So once they list the Vikings fourth place, and I'm sure that's you're not getting a great price, but that's certainly something I'm going to be firing on. Anything else jumping at you here, J Mark?
I got an underdog one.
Okay.
Cole Kmet higher than 3.5 receiving touchdowns. It seems like. I know they brought in a lot of weapons. I completely get that. And Cole Kmet in the fantasy football community anyway seems to get shat on all the time, even though, I mean, he's finished as a top 10 tight end 2 years in a row. He's had 6 and 7 receiving touchdowns the past 2 years from Justin Fields, who, I mean, Caleb Williams should be a much better passer. I know they have more weapons. I get that, but they should be passing the ball more and have more opportunities to score. So higher than 3.5 just makes a lot of sense to me.
Love it. So you like higher 3.5 receiving touchdowns. You like the exact division outcome: Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings 6-1. Green Bay and the Bears a split at +110. Over 8.5 wins. Do you have a make miss playoffs?
They took it down. DraftKings took it down, but they did have a stage of elimination. And Bears to lose in the wild card was +175, I think. Maybe it was +210. I'm having trouble remembering now because they did take it down. But I like that because I think they will be competitive. And I think if they sneak into the playoffs, they're a young team. I don't think they're getting past that wild card round.
Don't root for that, J Mark, because don't bet that. DraftKings knows your account. They took that away from you because you don't want the Bears finally get into the playoffs with a new #1 quarterback, and then you got +210 for them to lose. You don't want to be in that hell, J Mark. Don't do that to yourself.
Sean, underdog.
Yes,
there's a mistake on underdog.
Really? What is it?
DJ Moore 950.5.
Oh man,
higher.
Okay.
This is one of the more both donkey and automatic plays you can make. let's remember DJ Moore. It's Dominic the donkey. Last year with Justin Fields, he had 1,364 yards. I get it. There wasn't a lot of competition. So you bring in Keenan Allen, you bring in Rome Odunze. Well, let's go back to some of those years in Carolina with dog shit.
Oh, I mean, he's succeeded in every quarterback situation.
1175. 1193, 1157. He actually went under 888 2022. Remember the Matt Rule year? Can you tell me who the offensive coordinator was for the 2022 Carolina Panthers when DJ Moore went under this total for his only time as a pro starting every game? Ben McAdoodle, the same man who benched Eli Manning for Geno Smith. Doesn't know what he's doing. But yeah, no, 1364 last year. So what? He has to regress 400 yards for us to get shat on this bet. To me, he's been so quarterback proof that tells me he's going to get there. And I would have certainly you're betting on him to have the most yards on the team. Certainly you're betting on him to have, I would imagine, the higher ADOT stuff. So maybe he doesn't match Keenan Allen's target share, but even that isn't a bad bet. So I think he just continues on, more receivers around him probably helps him more than anything. And yeah, maybe he doesn't see his 96 catches, but he probably gets over if he only gets to 80 catches. So
what is some other, so I get you under 8.5 wins, Ryan, the higher on DJ Moore receiving yards. What else is jumping out of you?
I did look at the last winless team market.
That schedule's tough.
Well, I just wanted to double check after the situation when we found the Falcons to have the fewest or most losses market, and we were completely shocked. I should have dove deeper, so I dove in here and I was like, "Oh, really? Bears 45-1." Josh, if you could pull the schedule up one more time, because you gotta look at this, Sean. This is crazy. Okay, the Panthers stand out, right?
Yeah, that's where you lose,
but if something horrible happens and they lose that game, the rest of these games are very losable. That's getting out to week 7. So at 45-1,
you're not getting past the Patriots.
No.
Okay.
No, but I think getting to week 7 puts you very live. I don't think too many teams are going to start 0-6, 0-7. So you sprinkle the Bears last winless team just because I know the chat likes it when I'm mean about the Bears.
I'll go.
Do you have anything? Cause I didn't have a ton of stuff. What I was actually going to point out is for a team that's receiving a ton of buzz, there is insane amount of just nothing in the awards market. It's like, do you really want to sprinkle the coach at 9-1? Do you really want to take Caleb Williams at +140 in the rookie market?
Yeah, I think he's gonna do well, but again, where are you finding the value in this stuff? To me, I will steal / cosign J Mark's Cole Kmet higher 3.5 receiving touchdowns.
Feels
Always a Cole Kmet guy. I'll go miss playoffs instead of the under 8.5 wins. I got him right there in that range. This market isn't out yet but I will give it out as a play because when it pops, I'm going to fire Keenan Allen. Most receptions in the NFC North is something I'm going to fire on. I think DJ Moore being the yards guy, but I think they're going to scheme up a ton of very catchable, easy stuff for Keenan Allen, a guy who, I mean, sure, he's getting up there in age, but it's not broke, don't fix it. Coming off 108 catch season last year, where he only played 13 games. If this guy could, 13. If he could get to a full 17 games, man, I don't know what his catch total could be. And the only one, maybe Justin Jefferson, but Jefferson again is more like a yardage guy. I think there's just in this offense. I see J Mark nodding his head. You think I'm on to something here with like a bunch of easy catches for Keenan Allen?
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. If you think back to when Tyler Lockett played in the slot and Shane Waldron's, they moved him outside last year, but when he was in the slot, it was when he had his best year. Waldron knows how to utilize the slot.
Yeah, good
and
point.
I think that's where Keenan Allen's going to be. So for the most part, I know they're going to line him up some other places, but he'll live in the slot for the most part. So yeah, I do like that a lot.
What's funny is that Lockett to me is more of a DJ Moore type. Like it just I will be very interested to see where Caleb Williams fancies throwing the ball, because I do have a feeling he's going to take more shots, and I wonder if that's going to be the stuff that Keenan Allen's running.
That's true. I just think they're going to give him a couple gimme throws, get that momentum going. But yeah, I mean, to come back to like, it is tough to find any stuff that's interesting for the Bears because there's just so much optimism priced into the market. I don't think they're going to be a complete dog shit where I'm going to look for like some long fades the other way. And even in the fantasy stuff, like, the run, DeAndre Swift. I mean, what are you doing here? They have a bunch of like pretty good skill players.
Swift will be a good prop guy game to game, but he's going to be the same guy he was on the Eagles. He's going to have huge games, and he's going to have games where it's just like, dude, just run through the fucking hole.
He does hesitate a little bit in the hole.
Back to your optimism comment. This kind of is what helped me blow my mind on this one. Bears are plus 275 or what, 3-1 even to win the division.
Yeah.
They're shorter priced than the Tampa Bay Bucks. To me, that makes no sense. The Bears do not have the same chance or better chance to win their division than the Tampa Bay Bucks. They just don't. And that's the part where it's like the pricing is insane. The spreads even. Yeah. Do I think they should be favored over the Titans? Yes. But we're laying 4.5 with all this question. I mean, honestly, my biggest takeaway from the Bears is I'm going to fade them early in the season, and I'm probably going to find myself betting them late in the season because I do think the quarterback's going to be good. It's just not going to be right away. And the offense, the rebuttal to me saying Shane Waldron, whatever it would be, well, Shane Waldron in the last couple of years in Seattle was top half of the leagues in DVOA in offense. And, he had the same type of pieces. Like, it's like the same.
Also too, like if, and I think Jay Haas here had a good quote here in the chat. Good quarterback play erases a lot of crap. Team will be competitive every week. Couldn't say that since Cutler. Yeah, I think they're going to be in a ton of games, and I could see them. J Mark showed off his Cutler jersey. I could see myself betting them as a dog, or maybe like later on in the season. To Ryan's point, once the market's adjusted a little bit. At the end of the day, he still is a rookie quarterback. I guess I'll be shocked. It's weird. It's one of those things like, yeah, CJ Stroud did it last year. One, very good roster around him. Very good coach in D'Amico Ryans. I think even a more favorable schedule than what the Bears are doing. And it's the outlier, right? Like the expectations were low. This team the expectations are high. So it's tough to find some of the other stuff because the optimism's so baked in there.
Sean, if we might have to do a 32 team quarterback power ranking.
Jay is also saying that Kramer likes Will Levis more than Caleb.
Well, I was trying to think, would Will Levis be above Caleb Williams in my power ranking?
I say long term certainly, but this year,
right now, like the rankings would be the 32 quarterbacks you want that are starting this weekend that you would want starting this weekend.
Yeah. Will Levis is
higher than Caleb Williams
for me. Yes,
right,
certainly.
We'll have to work on that graphic.
Also, the chat wants to know: did we break down Matt Eberflus' new look? J Mark, as a Bears insider, what are we dealing with here?
Yeah, I mean, he basically, they said he didn't look gruff enough, I guess. So his daughter and his wife gave him a little makeover, took him to a guy in Chicago to have his haircut differently. He grew out the beard after the season, and they said, you need to keep that scruff. And it's been like, everybody talks about it every single week in the media about his new look and how he looks so much better in all this. And I don't know. He's had some quotes where he said, I didn't realize I looked that bad to begin with, but
wow. Okay. So clearly he's I'm looking at him right now. There's nothing. I would say this: planned gruff is not the Midwestern way.
Yeah.
What is he, a model? What is this shit, Sean? He's got some ladies dolling him up. You think Brian Dable's worried about that? He's just wearing the rubber suit, sweating. No need for the makeover though. I'm watching the clip from Hard Knocks about his wife. Like, yeah, he didn't shave for a little while, and I was really liking that beard. They said they called it a glow up. So it's just very weird to be talking Chicago football and glowing up. But here we are. I think that's a negative, right?
No,
no. I mean, like, it's a negative for the head coach of the Chicago Bears to be getting a makeover in Hard Knocks.
Although Ditka had amazing hair, and maybe related, maybe not.
He didn't need help finding it though.
No one was like, Ditka, we need a new look for you. Ditka nailed his look. Ditka came out of the womb with that fucking mustache and hair. He was ready to go. J Mark, always appreciate you having you on here. Old fashioned football. Make sure you subscribe to that podcast. Of course, let's close it out with our best bets. Kramer the hater at 7 and 10. I'm 8 and 9. J Mark 10 and 7. J Mark and I like Cole Kmet higher 3.5 touchdowns. Kramer likes DJ Moore yards. He also thinks Bears last winless team has some value at 45-1. I think Keenan Allen most receptions in the NFC North. Price is not out yet. But if you're getting a decent plus money on it,
strong tout move there. Give out something not available. People get very upset with you.
I mean, no one's gonna be upset. I'm giving you a good angle.
We just came from Bet Bash. I'm just giving you the warnings. I talked to a lot of people about partnerships.
Right.
Accounts.
It's the exact opposite. Bet Bash people would love this. They're like, oh, it's a plus EV move, not locking yourself in without being price sensitive. J Mark likes the Packers and the Bears to split. At plus 110, he has the exact order of the division: Lions, Green Bay, Chicago, and then the Vikings 6-1. Bears to lose in the wild card round. We'll give you the plus 210 there.
It's a superfecta.
Yes,
that's what it's called. The exact order.
Oh, you're right. One more.
We got to use the horse. Yeah, come on, the horse speak.